IEC's anti-defection oath that states that any candidate contesting on the platform must have to meet some requirements, mandating the candidate to sign the anti-defection oath, committing to vacate their seats if they defect from the party after winning the election. And the idea is party supremacy and also to help curb politicians from defecting and dumping the party at will and at their convenience after winning and contesting on the platform in order to search for other political parties that suits their ambition at will. It is a viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji.
I'm one of those that have doffed my hat for Seriake Dickson since I heard the news. The truth is that he hasn't done anything too new. The law had always respected and expected that the political party's ticket belongs to the political party. It doesn't belong to an individual. You win election on the basis of a political contest. And that's why you find that in the ballot papers, there are no individual pictures. It is the logo of the political party. It's the political party that owns the ticket. Now, because our laws were not respected, especially since oftentimes it is the party in power that is most guilty of this kind of infractions, people took advantage of that to begin to behave as they like. And then the situation has gotten to a point where we needed someone of courage like Dickson, who has courageously taken the bulls by the horns. Because why would people come into a political party and then after party members have invested confidence in you, that you are going to raise the profile of their party and that you are going to help their party to become a sustainable party? Because if party wins an election, that party has the chances of winning again. And with continual winning, you are dealing with sustainability. Parties are supposed to be institutions. They are not just supposed to be platforms or, where you have the kind of waka pass attitude that you have in the media, in the movies. Party is an institution and continuity is important. It is continuity that has helped Americans to establish their democracy to a point where you now have people who will tell you that they are born Democrats and the other ones will say they are born Republicans. It is only by sustainability that you begin to develop ideology. Ideology evolves from sustainability. What you continue to practice, if for instance a political party continues to practice free education, housing scheme and so on and so forth, that becomes part of its ideology. So we have had a free-for-all fight, everybody doing as he likes, until Dickson stepped in now. So I'm one of those who supports it. If you come to the question of the exemptions, if you look at the statistics of party defection, there are certain people that are very hard for them to leave their party and defect to other parties because they have attained the position, like the president, the vice president, and so on and so forth, where they are now so big in that party that they just consider themselves leaders and elders that shouldn't be running up and down. The defection is mostly among young aspiring, politicians, and then some in the party who are building influence and they feel that they have enough influence to move some people away. And it just becomes, it is not on the basis of ideology, just because it's on the basis of either ego, on the basis of the fact that you want things to go your way, just your way, and then the party thinks otherwise. So I think it's a very welcome development, and I support it wholeheartedly. It is not going to be a political setback in the long run. In fact, in the short and long term, it is a blessing to political parties. If Peter Obi, for instance, had done the same thing when he was in Labour Party, he would be contesting right now under Labour Party and not under NDC. Now, one of the pushback against Peter Obi is that within a period of about 5 years, he's been to about 3 or more parties. So if he had remained in Labour Party and built it up into an institution, he and his Obidia movement would not be itinerant politicians today, which APC refer to as nomadic politicians. That is not by any stretch of imagination a better option than if you remain in one place and you build it into an institution. So what Seriake is pushing is that you have to build political parties into institutions. They call it movement, and then maybe they probably interpret it literally that you have to keep moving. When you say it's a movement, you simply mean it's a particular organ that at that moment is driving an ideology. The moment you now achieve power, you establish that ideology and build it into a sustainable institution. So that's what Seriaki is pushing, and that's what I think is the best thing that has happened to our political parties and political environment for a long time. I'm going to push and advise and insist that our party, the ADC, would have to come up with that kind, because I would ask ADC to push so that it will affect the other political parties to also, have that in their laws. Because we don't want many people rushing into the ADC. We want those who were there, who struggled to win the elections, to also be the one that would establish, because they believe in the ideology of the ADC. That's why they are there. Therefore, they should be able to be part of those who will drive ADC into becoming a real sustainable institution. And in any case, we started those strategically by coming out with a manifesto that will guide all our candidates. We have one manifesto for the ADC, and it's national.
It's a welcome development. That is a measure for internal discipline. The political parties in Nigeria should enforce that internal discipline to curtail the excesses of our politicians who tend to decamp from one political party to another when the parties do no longer favor their interests, most especially when they won election in that particular political party. There are explicit law and a very definitive court judgment to that effect that, taking cognizance of section 68 article G of the Nigeria Constitution, say that a political and a politician shall cease to be a member of House of Assembly when he defects from a political party that sponsors that election. What that simply means, every politician that wins election under a political party does not have the legal right to defect from that political party to another, except on the occasion that there is a national division in such political party that render the leadership of that party incapacitated to manage that political party. That is only a situation or time it is provided for politicians to defect from one political party to another. But what we see in Nigeria, taking locus classicus, the senator representing Edo South, Senator Neda Imasuen, who won the senatorial position at the level of the Labour Party. At the time, it could understood at the time that the Labour Party had a kind of a division in the party. He defected to APC, and in this instance, he could not secure the second tenure ticket. So, in my own opinion, every political party should enforce that internal discipline, and any politician, any party member who wins election under their platform and tend to decamp with that seat or that position, the party should do everything legally possible to ensure that that seat or that position is stripped of such persons. That is the provision of the law, except otherwise, like I stated earlier, that there is a division in that political party and the party can no longer manage the affairs of that political party. That is the only time defection is allowed, because the provisions of the Nigeria Electoral Act does not provide for an individual candidature. It is a political party that sponsors election. A member or a candidate contests through a political party. So I cannot win election in party A. Tomorrow I defer to party B when there is no crisis in my political party. The law has coherently and explicitly states that at such circumstances I will vacate or fulfill that position that I won under my political party. So that is the position of the law. So it's a welcome development, and I want to appreciate such measures to sound that a warning to those that are defecting now, because the reason majority of the politicians are defecting is not because they want to serve Nigerians. is because they see it as a new platform they can use to cling to power. And having clinged to power, if that political party does no longer suit them or please them, they move out. So that political party should ensure that it is a very stringent measure to ensure that when they win, they don't decamp with that position. And I also urge all political party to do the same. And in the provisions of our laws, there is no exemption to whether some political party or positions should be kind of alleviated or exempted from that disciplinary measures. The law did not say the president have the powers, or the president or the vice president of a country can decamp from his political party to another party because he's the president or vice president. No, there's an equilibrium for all Nigerians. This equal rights. The same rights are applicable to every member of a political party. It's also applicable to the president, to the governor, and everybody. So there is no exemption. Perhaps the political party want to use it to place their presidential candidate, but the law did not exempt any individual or any position from that decamping or enforcing that law that affect defection. So if a political party comes up with measures to enforce discipline, they are turning around to also give an exemption. To me, they are not ready to enforce that law, and it's going to cause more problem, except they have their own internal rules that tend to support that. But with the provisions of Nigeria Constitution, the Electoral Act, and the Supreme Court judgment on this matter, there is no exemption. So I advise NDC, if they want to enforce that discipline, they should enforce it across board without kind of trying to give some persons a special preference, or without inequality. There should be equality and there should be equilibrium, because equal rights across board.
It's funny and it's laughable. First and foremost, it won't work because the Constitution preaches freedom of association, and in one breath you are preaching taking an oath not to leave the party. It won't work. Is it a secret cult? It's not a secret cult. On the same breath, they are exempting some persons. The presidential, vice presidential candidates are not affected. That alone, spoils the whole thing. So it won't work. It not with our politicians. Trust me. Even in the NDC, it won't work. It must have to pass through constitutional process. If it passes through constitutional process and it is embedded in the constitution, that's the only reason it will work. And if they do that, yes, this jumping here and there in the name of getting party tickets. Our political parties, they don't drive on ideologies anymore. They just want to find a party that they can grab ticket from and contest election and win election and do whatever they like. So no ideology. All the parties, there is no ideology, because everybody in all the parties, they are neither in PDP, APC. They are all one and the same. So if it's done, if it passes through constitutional process whereby that okay, if I get into this party, it is for life. The constitution has held me there for life. It will be fine. It will work. By so doing, there will be ideologies. There will be discipline. There won't be this rowdy going here and there. That's the only reason it can work. But as it is, trust me, it will not work.
You cannot be working in John Oates and receive salary at the 11th. But however, the party have to strengthen their internal democracy very well. So you cannot say because candidates have sworn an oath of anti-defection, they will be maltreated and treated anyhow. In fact, internal party democracy should be strengthened, and the manifesto of the party should be strengthened. A situation whereby you now depend on candidates who are now elected to run the party. That's not how it's done. Political party, all members are supposed to be financial members. That way, nobody will have a say, over the control of party affairs. What normally happens when the burden is now too much on the office holder, you find out that you'll not be looking for shelter elsewhere. And of course, it's clear in the Constitution of of Nigeria 1999 has amended that if there is serious trouble within the party, particular member is permitted to leave for another political party. But however, looking at what happened in 2023, where a lot of persons came under the platform of Labour Party, and at the end of the day, before we even got to the primaries in 2027, we've all defected to the ruling political party. So this anti-defection oath is meant to keep people within their party. If people elected you, because if you look at the ballot paper, names of candidates are not written on it. It is the party logo that is there. It is the party's name that is there. So therefore, it is the party that contests for any election. So if you are leaving a particular political party, having won election on the platform of that political party, then you should also relegate your position and go and contest freshly in that party.
Every person who contests on their platform and wins an office will swear to an oath that they will not cross carpets. It's a novel idea, but we are looking at it vis-a-vis the Constitution. What does the Constitution say about freedom of association and peaceful assembly? If someone believes that he's no longer comfortable in a particular political party, can he not leave that party? It's a germane issue. Ordinarily, I think the mischief the Nigerian Democratic Congress is trying to cure is very important, because we see politicians cross carpet at will. But I believe that the superior courts need to pronounce on this before it becomes binding, or the National Assembly really make a law. But we see that that National Assembly is not very willing to make such laws, because they are the principal culprits in this saga. But I think that right now, that policy may not really work, because it is contradicting the Constitution, which speaks in section 40 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which says that everyone has right to peaceful assembly and peaceful association, right to association. And so it's a new development, and I hope the superior courts will eventually pronounce on it. They just seem to have shown that they are weak, just like the National Assembly did, which exempted governors and presidents from that law that says they should not defect. I think that Nigerian Democratic Congress has shown that they are weak and that they are not serious with this. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If you say the other political offices should not defect, then why do you not hold the gubernatorial offices and the presidential offices accountable to that? I think that they have not been fair, and I don't think this will hold water.
Majority of the opinions of our respondents centered on the fact that political parties is not an individual thing, and during election you don't get to see individual pictures being put on the ballot paper, but rather it is the party logo that it's being used during election and it's seen on ballot paper. So for that reason, any individual that decides to dump a political party after winning under that platform must be ready to vacate the seats if they defect to other political party. That is the opinions and thoughts of most of our respondents. And then again, they considered it a welcome development in order to curb this idea of politicians defecting at will, especially when elections are around the corner. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji, saying to you many thanks for watching, and bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Unchangeable, reliable. Only God can do what no man can do. if to say not be God, if to say not be Chineke, if to say not be Osalobua, if to say not be God for the situation now we dey for this country, many of us not dey breathe well again. No, people gonna ask what be the problem. Some people gonna say now President Tinubu. People gonna say what did this President Tinubu do, sef? Nigerians are not breathing well. Southwest is not bandits. Just the way all those boys they say condemn asset, condemn iron, condemn phone, condemn bandits. But however, I want to beg the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, all the governors, all the ministers, all the senators, all the security agency, army, police. Nigerians are not smiling. For the past 1 year, Nigerians not dey chop 3 times a day again. Now different BP. In fact, Nigerians we are already BP rise.
Not be 1 year. Now 001.
Okay, so I'm surprised the way you tell the talk. And you know if they talk says Tinubu enter. What did this Tinubu do? What did he do when we say not let them? What did he do?
No.
Okay, what did Tinubu not do?
What did he
not do?
Everywhere Tinubu.
This man. When I say the truth, what did Tinubu do?
No, what did he do? What did the man do?
You know what they do? When you just say if not be God, Nigerian for no breathe again.
We don't breathe well again.
Okay, but who think that happen? You where they talk? What thing that happen?
We don't sleep. Everything don't go up. If you carry money at a market, you go to find out for market.
They cost.
Everything down. Waiting me for it.
How much is 1 kilo of gas now?
No.
1,700.
Kg at 2,000 naira for my area.
Oh.
For 1 kg for gas.
Okay, about waiting to the bone up on
Yeah, it costs.
Any man when go enter any seat, when don't get plan before you enter
Okay,
there.
why don't they call the
He
governor?
don't get plan.
The governor, no, they call the governor.
Governor, wait.
We not get minister. We not get
Okay,
senator.
okay, when the aid is corrupt, the times they move anyhow.
However, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, this bus now when I get so the engine don't they sound well again. And those people say those new cha-cha bus where you buy will be diesel and CNG.
Bring them for us. Bring them.
Make
him hear them. Make him bring the bus.
The bus take competence.
Now government has the one use them. Now governor the head. A lot of people want enter. This one never reach 30 years. Where they do this one? This one never reach 30 years. As the brand new one come now, they don't go bring and make with the head.
They don't go commissioner. They don't go shaker.
Commission. Make the bring and come from me with commissioner. So when they go book for government as when you talk now. Now government as the one use am.
For the past 3 years, you want to say never see what Tinubu don't do.
Tinubu.
For the past 3 years, you never see what he don't do.
I see what he do. Tinubu do something. He use hungry beat us. He do something.
Move. 50 bus now, Pawelo buy Akpako bus. His Excellency. His Excellency. Akpako rescue.
This government the boss wey buy me no know whether I buy but now you dey talk am.
They government house.
Make him bring am cause he dey try.
Toilet dey inside.
We no expect say
we no expect say he go try. ATM dey inside. Police station dey inside.
Make him bring am come. As we dey enter this old one so that make we still enjoy the new one. He no dey enter.
Governor, that's why they tell us say the new one police station dey inside, ATM dey inside, security dey inside, toilet dey inside. Where you go chop 3 times a day, it dey inside. Hey! I want to. I pledge to Nigeria, my country. Hey, whoa!
Also, waiting
If you see where Nigeria go just dey waka dey talk. Nigerians go dey waka dey talk. What's all this? Oga. Good morning. How the family now? Nigerians go just dey complain about Tinubu. What did Tinubu do? If you hear Tinubu, he not guy come to me say people Tinubu, they don't want to let the man. I don't know what he do.
But one thing I know that don't everybody get the person where we still give and go do more than Tinubu. This country where we don't know where we go, then I go, when they go, then I come back when they come. It's only God can help us. It's only God can help us this country. And nobody will say this country don't get a CB. Everybody they complain for hardship. Food we no see, water we no see, everything they complain. More all of us gather man, they thank God, may help us, may touch us so that we find something to do. Things can move well. This Tinubu matter. If you talk about Tinubu, another person can go now and can be worse than Tinubu. So we know how they work out. So we don't be said to hold to now. You walk and walk. Now things go move well. Understand? Yes. Understand?
President of Nigeria.
No. The way Nigerians they complain about Tinubu, what did he do?
Not be Tinubu for the complaint senators. He get Facebook. Tinubu na president, not be he be God.
Yes.
What is senators? Then they sleep. House of Rep. Then they sleep. Politician. Then they sleep. Make una look well. I be human rights advocate. United Nations human rights advocate.
Now this Tinubu will they shout everywhere for Nigeria.
They shout 1-2 man. Not be only tomorrow be president. Senator they be president. Money when senator they receive, you need to tell build the street, you build people. Where they this state? What did they tell me? President there, he be like what you were talking. You have like a figure there. He be like figure. Now try to tell you, fresh me. Make a face and look me.
Oga.
United Nations human rights advocate. Oh yeah, me talk. Oh yeah. I know. Make I open my shoes. Make I don't see you when I get now. Okay. I dey hear you.
What be the problem?
The problem when we get now bandits don't drive us. I want go shave my hair now. Me I wear car, make them not catch me.
Bandit?
You don't know what to be bandit. They can't be journalists.
No. What is bandit? What is it?
Bandit are people when they killing innocent people. And these people now, maybe some of them not get job. I don't tell government. Say me that they pay social to people when not get job. Not be everybody will get job. See, Africa not there equal. Me they tell you, Africa they not there equal. I don't go many countries. Now social, now they tell the control person. You they hear me now? This country just there like that. Man, no, they don't arrest me the way they arrest can know. What is your problem?
What is your problem?
My problem is the hungry. I want run.
What's your problem?
I want run. My problem is not food to eat. Bandit, they pursue. I want run. You be bandit. I cannot come run.
Like play. Shut up. Drop your comments.
Now what did they happen? Now what did they happen? This one done too bad. This one done.
I dey for Benin City, Edo State, South Nigeria. As they watch me now, drop your comments. To you, what did this President Tinubu do? We'll be say all over Nigeria. It's like some people not like him. Why some people like him? And the truth of the matter, people will not like him. Not many people who like him. Now the truth of the matter be that to drop your comments. People will like the president, and people will not like the president. People will not like the president, plus people will like the president. Is equals to what?
Waiting they happen.
Election done they come oh. Now say your vote oh. No need to fight oh. Election done they come oh. No say your vote oh. No say your vote oh. Election done they come oh. No say your vote oh. No need to fight oh. People could complain. No no say your vote, oh. Election done they come, oh. No say your vote, oh. No need to fight, oh. Election done they come, oh. No say your vote, oh.
So,
God, how the family?
we did.
People go to church, they call President Tinubu. What did this President Tinubu do? People will like President Tinubu plus people will not like
I don't like him. I don't like him.
That's your own opinion.
I don't like him
Why
at
you
all.
not like somebody,
no.
a president of a country?
No. I don't like
they
him.
do?
People they suffer now. Look at this for market, very, very expensive. Eh? Now.
A president.
See for now, for don't go up. Eh? Then how want to survive him?
You know,
I want to survive.
You know, that because of American and
not be because of that. Before that time, not being go and now say they remove subsidy.
Why would I not
I say
like
remove subsidy?
Why would I know why some people not like him?
Oga, me no like him. And what? Oga, I don't tell you so. Now you ask me question, how they answer you now?
I said people will like President Tinubu.
Me, I don't like him.
Because people will not like
me,
him.
I don't like him. See recharge card now, everything don't go up. Go market now, go buy tomato for market. Me see how much they say tomato. Eh? No, as fuel go up, everything go up.
President Tinubu cost
as fuel go up, everything go up. Don't see me I carry back. I go buy some market.
Why don't they call the governor's name?
Which governors?
Why don't they call senators?
Not be way into do the governors. That governors say they work. Okay, see Ekiti state election now. Nobody say they say do and they share money. Share money for them now. They say PCC winner. I tell you, I got see him. I see television no show him. Network no.
They happen. Boss Sununa. Now waiting they happen. Boss Sunun. Now waiting they happen. Boss Sunun. Now waiting they happen. This one done too bad oh.
I just they work everywhere. They ask people why some people not like President Tinubu and some people like him.
You suffer too much.
Okay, you not go fit talk like that. You not go fit talk. Okay,
Alaji,
I know you. First of all, okay, go and bring your constitution.
I beg, check my bag there. Give me 1999 federal.
Bring your 1999 constitution. I never see.
From the beginning, the big mistake when this man make, as he remove subsidy. Subsidy. He scattered this economic sector in this country so far. Let me give you a little example, Mr. Man. Before we are intermotor from here to Kano, it's the highest 4,500, 5,000 naira. Yes.
To Kano?
Yes. It's 4,500, 5,000 naira.
Are you not lying or what? 4,000?
As my age. As my age. I would talk like. What is my benefit? What is my benefit? Now, if you go Adwa when you enter motor go Kano, you pay 25,000 naira or 30,000 naira.
To Kano.
If you don't get, you relax or you go die there.
For what you talk to?
So please,
for what you
I call the attention for the Mr. Tinubu to bring back the subsidy back.
It's not possible.
Why you say so?
It's not possible. After 3 years, to bring back subsidy.
And so what? We don't see the benefit of that.
Wait.
I'm a citizen of this country.
A senior citizen like you. For the past 3 years, you said the policy of this present government is not working.
Yes, actually. From here to north, 30,000 naira, which is improper, is a big international challenge to the common man. Common man is suffer.
Why would they use this 1999 constitution?
This 1999 constitution, I read this one day and night to make sure that I know my right.
To know your rights.
What your right?
Is what they here different from what they have for outside?
Actually, confirm.
No. What did they here?
Let me tell you, section 14 in this constitution.
Section 14.
Fundamental objection and directive for the principle of the state policy. The governor, the government, and the people. Are you getting my point? Number 14A. The federal government of this country shall be a state based on the principle of democracy and social justice. The social justice. Are you experiencing the social justice in this country? Number 2. It is hereby accordingly declared that sovereign belong to the people.
Yes.
Size power belong to the masses.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's the primary responsibility to the government to make sure that they protect the life and property in this country. See bandits occupy everywhere in this country.
Are you aware we have Nigerian army? Are you aware we have?
They are not
they are not
active. They are not active. Satisfied with me or me? I'll go.
Continue with the constitution.
This is the primary and secondary responsibility to the federal government to make sure that I sleep well, I wake up well, and I eat well.
Are you not sleeping
I send my children to go school properly.
Are you not sleeping well?
You don't sleep well. You are citizen of this country. You don't sleep well. Answer my question.
My BP high. My BP high.
Yeah, 5 pure water for him, may drink.
Bottle water.
5 pure water for him.
I got bottle water.
Pure water. I don't get money to buy.
I got bottle water.
I don't get money to buy pure bottle water for you.
Constitution. Now 1999 constitution.
Is a 1999 constitution. Not be a constitution at the redo.
It's different from what they happen for outside Nigeria.
This topic alone. This topic alone is a failure to the federal government.
They never amend them.
Where now the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of the government. You experience that one?
Not be Nigeria you there.
Let's
carry this rumor of bandits and kidnappers.
It's not a rumor, Mr. Man. I'm talking. You're talking.
Come.
What is rumor about that? What is rumor about that? Tell me the one will be rumor for waiting. Don't tell you now. Is it not bandit to anywhere, everywhere? As I talk to you now, full security. Now every problem we get. Nigerians cannot feed themselves any longer.
No, this man go bring 1999 constitution.
Where's the authority?
As a judge of the constitution, and I want to hear the one with them.
See what I read for him. I don't know whether he did doubt.
He said fundamental objectives and directive principle of state policy.
It's happening.
Yes. See, the primary responsibility of government now to protect life and property.
Is Nigerian government not protecting Nigerians?
0 minus 9.
That's your own opinion.
That is F9.
It's not
That's your own opinion.
That is F9.
No.
Go ask another person.
Which kind of opinion? Come, are you saving your house? Tell me true, you dey sleep with your 2 eyes.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. I'm asking you a question. Are you saving your own house now?
Are you threatening me?
No.
Answer the question.
No, answer
yes
the
or
question.
No, Mr. Man. You are a citizen of this country.
Do you know how many dogs I have in my house?
Dog and so
I
what?
have dogs.
Okay,
And
now
so-
I
wait,
have
you have dogs.
You know the share.
No,
I have dogs in my house.
you don't agree to what they talk. Say he not get safety.
Failure in the comment.
You don't have
Insecurity.
safety. You know not.
Flipping water for him may manage in life.
On my body they hot. On my body.
They hot. We can't even afford you water. No, no, give out water.
You know-
That's expensive.
No, may they give him.
Because of God.
Come down.
At my age, now you they buy me sachet water at my
You will
age.
see water drink.
At my age,
You see this?
at my age, you they give me this. Yeah, you allergic. At my
I
age, you
don't
they
try
give
the
me.
situation in this country. I don't try.
No. At my age, now you give me this kind of sachet water.
Wait.
Ah.
I blame you. Now, because you will see this water drink.
And I own fan for you.
Not
The
blame
fan they
because
blow
you
you.
see and eat.
My fan they blow
My
you.
brother, better take
No,
water.
thank
You
God.
don't need that.
I love why I know.
That's why you need that. For you to water. For
No.
Nigeria.
Why you go see the pure water?
I beg, give me cocoyam, take.
You never correct.
You don't correct.
I know if you put sauce.
You pour here.
I know put oil. Now you're in a bag. I know they put.
I give you wazalako. I give you wazalako.
Edoji me.
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 I give you wazalako. You beg any? I want walk. We happy. Now for those of you now they watch us on live for Facebook, for ITV, for TikTok, this na cocoyam. Many of you are not the chopper. Benin people they call them Aka. You when they watch us, whether it be Hausa or Igbo or Yoruba or what they call cocoyam for your language. Drop your comments, share them. Agi wazalako. Agi wazalako. Agi say fish everything go join na 1,001 pages.
No, na 1,500.
You give me another cocoyam, tomatoes and pepper, me I go chop.
You buy fish. You buy, why you no buy?
Scooby I don ship.
How much they sell am?
Fish there oh. Not shit am oh, not shit my wife.
Cocoyam. Me I fit test am.
You know na the test am.
This one. Eke di eni ala na dey ba o. I wanna we and we water so we no mo ya. I get no mo water.
Okay. Va ka ke e o, mo le go.
Later no what is this cocoyam dey do for me?
It's good now. Good now. What you come make a come there say those people will be saying.
Cocoyam wey dey sick for backyard.
Na 50,000 for bag. 50,000.
Cocoyam wey scatter everywhere now you.
Na 50,000 for bag.
For bag.
Oh yeah, 50 cents.
Hey, money no dey come from heaven. To better thing money go come. Na true word that they tell you so.
Oh yeah.
This is pepper tomatoes.
Now put the fish. Now put 500. Now put her.
Put her.
How many?
One. All together now. Come be
1,500.
What's your name? Sharp. Take this level. Officer, hello, gallant. Hey, original. Agree to. Hello.
Waiting they happen.
How far clear? Clear. Share for Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, and to serve Nigeria with all my strength. That's so it's supposed to be. We are suffering and smiling, but how you see this my car? Check this my car. How you see the car? I see you. Federal government of Nigeria, all the governors in Nigeria, all the senators, all the ministers, Nigerians are not happy. Nigerians are not happy. What to make Nigerians not happy? Hunger, inflation, corruption, insecurity.
Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they happen. Waiting they happen. ITV, certainly the best.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on the program Healthy Living. I'm Adesu Walsawage, and today on Healthy Living we want to look at geriatric care. which is a specialized healthcare focused on the need of older adults, usually that kind of sometimes 65, 70 thereabout. And the goal is to maximize their independence, because for some at that age, they begin to lose their independence. Some may lose their minds. Some may not recognize things anymore. Others will be bedridden. Others will be so troubled by a combination of ailments, illness, and all of that. And then we want to see how they can get quality life and manage multiple chronic conditions together and not in isolation. And we know that geriatric care often is a family thing usually, because we stay in the part of the world where families take care for the elderly in the family. They don't just go dump them in one healthcare center or the other, or one home like is commonly found in other climes. So here in our climb, we still take care of our elderly. But how do we take care of these our elderly people? How should we take care of them? You know, once one is getting aged, this fear of being maltreated begin to set in. You know, usually they say, okay, you are the first son, your mother should stay with you, or you are the first daughter, your mother should stay with you. Often time you say that when our elderly ones stay with their daughters, they usually get some quality care. But when they stay with their sons, all right, you know, there are some wives that will not want to tolerate the husband's mother, and then they tend to maltreat them. They even beat some of them. I'm telling you this for free. It's what we have seen. You know, so how do we care for these elderly ones in our society or in our homes, in our families? How do we care for them medically, socially, and all of that, so that they get maximum care in their old age? So joining me is Marilyn Akpomera. She's a certified healthcare giver. So Marilyn, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me today.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Glad to be here again.
Yes. Thank you so much, Marilyn. All right, so caring for the elderly in our homes is usually difficult. So what are the things we should consider in taking care of our elderly ones? At least those of us who are not medical professionals like you.
Okay, so of course, we know aging is a natural process. Everybody is going to age. But there are many things that you should put in consideration while an individual is aging.
Okay.
The fact that someone is aging does not mean that they must have all the different ailments. It's aging that is natural. Living healthy is also important. So while your parents, your siblings, your friends, whoever people you have around you are aging, you must be able to prioritize their health. So first thing, you should note that there's so many diseases that can come up as you age. Now, like I said, aging is natural. Those ailments are not the natural process. Now, yes, what happens is that as you age, your organs are not as vital as they used to be. Just like when you're using a machine, after a while, it begins to have some little dysfunctions here and there. But you can play your part in ensuring that your parents or your grandparents stay healthy, from the necessity for regular health checkups. Now, because as at that point, all of the organs are not as vital. So there's need for regular checkups in the clinic, checking their blood pressure, checking their blood sugar, checking their bones. So there are different aspects of their body and they need that regular health checkup. Okay. Second thing, okay.
No, go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, so secondly, you also are very keen on their nutrition. This is a period where what they eat is very, very vital. So you must prioritize proteinous food, helps for bones, strong bones, teeth. So proteinous food that will help their body. You also prioritize things that are nutritious, vital nutrients for their body. So this is not the period to just allow them eat anything they like. Of course, they must eat healthy meals. Then you're also conscious of their environment. One of the things that we easily find in this group of individuals, this age group, is that they fall, they have easy falls. Why do they have easy falls? Because of course there's weakness of their bones. They have lost bone mass and they are becoming weak, so they can easily fall. So you must protect them. Now these falls is what will lead to fracture, and you see that most of the time they are bedridden until the period of death. So you must protect them, give them the nutrition will also help their bones. Then the environment, their environment should be well lighted up. They should have easy walking aids. You know, from their distance from the room to the bathroom should not be so far. You know, everything that will protect them from easy falls are very, very important this period.
All right, Marilyn, thank you so much. Now let's take it one after the other. You know, once they're aging, they begin to suffer delirium, they're losing their memory, they start having some form of mental issue or the other. And some persons cannot tolerate that. Many times we have seen old people on our streets looking for their houses, you know. They come out of their house and then they get, you know, when they go outside, they can't find their way home again. They can't even remember their name. They can't remember where they stay. So how should we care for these elderly people who are suffering from maybe one form of mental ailment or the other? It could be delirium, it could be forgetfulness, it could be schizophrenia and all of that.
All right, so one of the things that happen with aging is that there could be a bit of memory loss. But we found out that in recent time, dementia has become common, which is also, there's a major memory loss in dementia. And it is seen with the elderly. Now, when you have this kind of condition, if it's as bad as dementia, or it's just, you know, dementia is really, really bad for the memory loss, but there could be some slight memory loss here and there for our elderly. Whatever the case is, you should realize that this is not a deliberate act to be this way. What they need is adequate medical care throughout this period. Now, what we see with dementia is that they begin to deteriorate more cognitive impairments, more memory losses that occur. You must give them adequate medical care. This is not the time to relegate them to a corner. You know, we see all of these things that happen. They become even depressed at that old age because they are isolated, or like you mentioned, they are even maltreated. That's not adequate. That's not proper, because like I said, aging is a natural process. We all age, and you might not be able to determine how you will age, right? So you should give them proper medical care. Then, of course, be patient with them. There is a lot going on within their minds this period, so be very, very, very patient with them. Yes, it's tiring to repeat some things over and over again, and it looks like, are you not hearing me? But please be patient. Say the things that they asked you. And of course, like I said, medical care is important. So if they need medications, provide the necessary medications that they should be taking, and then the necessary nutrients for them also this period.
Okay, I remember vividly my grandmother of blessed memory. She's very selective and very picky about food. There's some food she will never eat, no matter what. For food, she's okay, but when it comes to medication, oh my word, we need to, I don't know, it takes us like almost 2-3 hours to give my grandmother medication. So how do we go about giving them medication? Because some person will say, you know what, take medicine, I sabi, and then they just walk away. No patience, nothing. So talk to that person now who is watching and also having difficulty in administering medications to grandmother, grandfather, or aunt, somebody elderly at home. Please talk to us on the techniques to employ, because it gets to a point in life, they start acting up like children. I saw that firsthand. So.
All right, of course, they start acting like babies. The circle goes back. We started as a baby, you go back again. So yes, but this, like I mentioned just now, patience is important for them. Normally, nobody likes taking medication, and most times at this age, they have several medications they are taking, and they are taking it almost every day. And this is not what anybody normally likes. Nobody wants to just be taking medication every day. So you should understand that you, that is the caregiver, you should understand that it is not so convenient for an individual to be taking medication, even if it's just one every time. And they have several medications to take. So you would understand that first of all. Then how would you give them the medications? Now, there are different techniques, and I believe it's individual based. How would she like to be given this medication? Some of them will tell you, oh, wait, I'll take it when I finish eating, or I prefer it like this. So first of all, listen to them, because that, it doesn't matter. No. Listen to what do you want? Oh, I want it at this time. But you now explain to them. The doctor said you need to take this medication by this time, and this is why. Now, most times, what I have experienced is that with proper explanation, it helps a lot. Most of our family members are not so patient, because you know that this is your mom. You've known her all your life, so you don't know why you should be explaining many things to her. But you have to take your time to explain to her that, for example, this is a drug for your sugar. What is happening to your body is that your sugar is already high, and it can cause different complications. With this medicine, we can control it, and you can live longer for me and for your grandchildren. You know, bring them to that place of understanding that everybody is just showing them care. I know that you could be tired, you could be easily irritable, but just bring them to the understanding that they need this treatment and it is for their own benefit. So it's usually what works is communication, and we find out that when you can really talk to them and get them, they would decide to take the medications.
All right, is it true or a myth that it is not good to give injections to elderly people?
Okay. Of course, there's no, that's not true. To give injections to elderly people, no, that is not true. We have patients that are in their 90s, and of course, so the route of administering a medication, the time is dependent on the kind of issue that the patient is having.
Okay.
If it's something that needs an immediate treatment, there will be need to give it. It could give it through the veins. It will give it through the muscles. Yes, during this age, there is loss of muscle mass, which is why people say, "Oh, don't give them." But you should also know that giving them, there's a technique to giving injections normally, but that you should not give at all because they are elderly. No, most of those routes, intramuscularly, intravenously, that we normally say, is because we want quick response based on the medical condition of the patient.
Okay. All right, Marilyn, you mentioned delirium and dementia. You know, they may look one and same. How can we, ordinary persons like us who have grandmothers, grandfather, people above 60, how can we recognize the one that is dementia and the one that is delirium?
What we normally see is the deterioration that occurs, the differences. Most times you see how bad the deterioration gets to be with dementia and compared to the delirium. So that's just the easiest way to say it. There is a huge loss of memory. There is a almost total loss of functioning for the brain that we see from this dementia. Now that's just the easy way. But you know that it's not easy to have this kind of patients as your parents. No, for us, you are seeing them as just a patient. But for you that is having them as your parents, we know that it is actually worse when you keep on seeing them deteriorate. But there is some support medically that can be provided. But most times, there is no cure. So you just do your bidding to understand that these are these are the presentations that occur, and I will be managing them as they get older. Okay.
Now let's talk about hygiene, because I have seen where elderly persons are abandoned in their own body waste, so to speak. You know, they defecate, they pee on their bodies, and they just leave them like that. So what's the best practice when it comes to, at least now they are not independent, they cannot care for themselves per se. So what's the best way to care for this set of persons?
The best way to care for them is the way you care for yourself. You will not want to be in the pool of your own pee. You will not want to be in the pool of your own poop. You will not want to be in a dirty environment. So if you would not like to be in that kind of environment, then there is no reason why you should leave them in that environment. Yes, some of them have medical conditions that make these things occur so often. But just like you know that there's nothing comfortable about being in debt, you cannot also leave them in debt. So as much as possible, clean, tidy, as regular as you should, as regular as you can. Of course, there's room for some support, like you have Pampers that you can also put on them so that they don't soil everywhere up. Before you come, maybe you went somewhere, you come back, then you can just, just like babies, actually. Just like you will care for a baby, that's how you will care for them. You will bathe them, you will feed them, you will clothe them, you will clean them up. Like I said earlier, the circle goes back again.
All right, something usually happens to the skin, the skin begin to deteriorate and all of that. Is there some kind of moisturizer to make them look better?
Okay, if you can afford moisturizers, that's fine. But you can also just help them with their diets. So what they eat this period is important.
Like what kind of food should they be eating this period at that age?
More fruits, more vegetables. Of course, one thing that happens during this period is that they have loss of appetite too. So they will not want to eat much. So you make sure that the small quantity that you're giving is highly nutritious. So they are having more vegetables in their meals, more fruits, more citrus fruits. We see all these skincare products and we see there's vitamin C in them and you see there's vitamin E. So those things that you find in fruit, like this, your oranges, normal fruits that you have, pineapple, apple, as long as they are also not diabetic, because when they are diabetic, you want to control their sugar. And sugar is also found in fruits. But more fruits, you can blend cucumber and some carrots and just give them.
Okay, like smoothie.
Yes, you can give them like a smoothie, healthy smoothies. So this is not the time to load them with just anything. No. They don't eat much, so the little must be nutritious.
Okay. All right. You've talked to us about their cognition and behavior, like communication skills, the way we should communicate with them, the way we talk to them. We talk to them like we're talking to babies and all of that. We need to be patient and plenty of that. Now, can you tell us some of the things that triggers their emotions? Because sometimes you just find them crying, other times they are throwing tantrums, sometimes they are moody. What are those things that triggers all of those emotions in elderly persons?
Okay, so from my own experience, the first thing that they don't like is not being listened to.
Okay.
Especially when they are telling you, like, not be listened. When you don't listen to what they are saying, not be listened to is the first thing that they don't like. So you try as much as possible to indulge them. Ask them, even for the regular things, would you like, if you want to prepare their meals, or would you like it with rice and vegetable? Would you like it with... So ask them questions, involve them in their own care. Don't just care for them like they are some outsider. No, involve them in their own care. Okay. And that's very, very important.
All right. So as we round up now, what's the place of exercise in everything that you have talked to us about today on the need to care for elderly in our homes, in our society?
All right. So one of the things that happen as we get older is that there is loss of bone mass. And there is loss of elasticity. So those things come normally with age. That's why you have arthritis and all of that. So what they need is, they don't need to register in a gym this period. They just need, they just need some slight but effective exercises. So we advise them to take walks. They can just walk around the compound, walk around the house, walk streets maybe in the evenings. Just take some strolls, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, Marilyn, our time is up. This is where I say a huge thank you to you for finding time to be with me on today's show. Thank you so much. All right, people, this is it. What goes around comes around. If you're one of those persons that treats the elderly badly or maltreats them or do things you're not supposed to do, don't forget, you are going to age soon. And it's going to happen to you. So let's do our best possible to take care of them, okay? And let them have a good life, a healthy life, a decent life before they meet their maker. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
ITV. ITV, certainly the best.
Oh, my son, my dear. We say, oh, my dear. Oh, we're not here. Is that where you not over? Yes. You not do so much. Yes, where's it happening? Where's it happening? Oh, it's not here. Where's it? What's my dear? It's comment c'est papa de voici nous irons ça m'a topé oh mais so
Sama tọpẹ.
Ìṣe wáyáàdì máa pọ̀ mí sáàmà mẹ́. Ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀ ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀. Wáyáàdì máa pọ̀ mí sáàmà mẹ́. Ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀ ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀. Wákùn mẹ́pẹ̀lú ìgbìdé jọ. Ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀ ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀. Wákùn mẹ́pẹ̀lú ìsáàmà mẹ́. Ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀ ìgbàgbọ́ rẹ̀.
The Esama of Benin Kingdom thanked the new Edion for visiting him and advised them to always abide by the rules and regulations of their new positions. The Esama urged them to indulge in what will continue to bring development and progress to the community.
When I say it's your job, I wait to us and I know what I will.
Yes, Papa.
The Caliban was in a couple of the wisdom. Who paid you? Who paid you?
Baba.
Eko mwana sewa. Ewa ya lote nete dirwe asewa maboma. Awe buwe dine. John Wing. But John Away. John Apollo, John Amuria, why go back? But John Way, rather than I had the way. Why we at the winner, no matter look
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
WIC Women in Conversation. This is another beautiful episode where women are gathered to discuss heart-touching matters in Nigeria and probably our homes also. And in the world generally, we try to look at things that are happening around the world and see how we could advise or how we could let you understand if it's right to be done or wrong to be done. And, you know, it's a table where everybody wants to quickly tune in and watch and listen to what these great women have to say. And today, of course, I have with me to discuss Japa. We're going to be talking Japa. Nigerians, almost all Nigerian youth wants to Japa. What is the meaning of Japa? And I also heard that we also have another one called, the women in the house, in the studio, will let you know what that one is called. I really can't remember what it is called, but we also have another name for those that have gone there and it's not working out for them. They come back. Anyway, with me on this table to discuss all of this is Abby. Abby, you're welcome. You're going to be talking more of the Japa because you know you Japad when Japa was Japa. Now you're Japambo. Japada. You're Japada. Anyway, so Abby is going to be talking more on Japa with us today because she lives in the US, UK, and also is living in Nigeria. I don't know how she does that. She's a big girl. Anyway, also we have Toyin. Toyin will let us know about Japa because I think she has more experience, not because she Japa though, but she has more of the words in her mouth to say about Japa. And we have Chisom, who is going to be representing the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are actually the ones right now who wants to Japa to any country. You hear them say, let's just leave Nigeria. Let's just go to any country. Ladies, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, Japa is not an English word. So what word is Japa?
I believe is a word created to relocation. Nigerians relocation.
What tribe is this word carved from? Let me hear from you.
Japa is a Yoruba name. It's a Yoruba name, which means run
quickly.
Hey,
Run quickly. Why the Jakpada is come back?
If it's not working out,
Run back quickly. So when you run out quickly and you get there, it's not working out, run back.
Jakpada.
Quickly.
Okay, let's talk about Jakpa. Toyin, I'm still going to be asking you this question. A whole lot of Nigerians, especially our youths, everybody wants to Jakpa. It's not just our youths now, the professionals too, mostly doctors. Most doctors have left Nigeria. Yeah. Everybody wants to go. You also hear them say, just to any country. Right now, they don't even choose the country they want to go to any longer. And then seeing what is going on in these countries that they're jackpotting into. Yesterday, I was watching on social media. I don't know if anyone of you saw it. What the South Africans are doing to the blacks over there too, not just Nigerians, to the Ghanaians. They're asking that they should leave their country, go fix your country, don't come here, go fix your country. So is Jakpa the right thing to do?
It's a very big question. But I still believe if you have the opportunity, it is better to Jakpa than to remain here.
Abby is laughing because she doesn't believe in that.
And died of depression or turn yourself to be a criminal. If you have the opportunity, Jakpa. If you don't have, you have to, so many things you have to put in consideration because it's two major reasons that are causing this. Number one, the economic situation of the country and the insecurity. When you think critically of those 2 points, you will think of Jakpa too. Because you are not safe inside your house. You are not safe outside the house. You are not safe even going to work. You are not even safe at work. You are not safe giving birth to your child in the hospital. You are not safe raising that child in the house. You are not safe sending that child to school. So that is a good thing. And now, maybe if you basically, there is no family that can manage 100,000 again in Nigeria. How will you do it? And the basic, I think what is the minimum wage? Minimum wage remains 75,000. And for the people that are even using bad electricity lights, 75,000 is not enough to run your bills for electricity alone. What about other people? What about feeding? Gone are those days that you can just take 20,000 naira, you want to go to my 12 and do a shopping. With your 20,000 naira, you are not buying anything in the nylon. Maybe you want to buy only pepper, garlic and ginger, then you come back home.
You're making me hungry. The food combination.
So that is it. When you are working hard and there's no reward, it's not even enough not to talk of saving. Yeah. And one good thing that our government is good at now is by thinking of every avenue to screw us with different policies of getting money from us. But where is the money from? They're talking of companies closing down. Why won't they close down? Even the electricity problem is a big one. They are running at loss. So that is the reason. So if that I'm talking to you, Oluwatoyin has opportunity today, I will Jakpa gladly.
Wow. Okay, Toyin wants to Jakpa.
Thank you.
Okay, she gave the reasons why she would want to Jakpa.
Yeah.
But I've also heard the people over there too talking about this, although insecurity is out of it. But they are also talking about the economy. They also say that things have increased and all that. Because I know that when I complain, just like you're complaining, they all tell me, whatever increase you people are having in Nigeria, we are having it there. But Nigerians also will tell you, we still want to come. What is the reason why they want to go?
Okay, there's this thing they say, that anywhere now way except Nigeria. So that is what mainly the Gen Z say, right? Anywhere now way, because except where you are right now, Nigeria is worse than any other West African country. there is nowhere you go that you will not find a Nigerian. Nigerians are in Nepal. Nigerians are in even Pakistan. Nigerians are there. They prefer to be there than to be here. Where somebody who is 18 can't even boast of anything, unlike the way it is in the UK. A child of 18 might already be independent, might have already even had a car, might have started working or doing some things. But you are 24, 25, you might even still be in school, maybe due to strike. You are still battling with year 2, year 3, year 4. And by the time that person comes out, you're not independent. You still have to gather your CV, enter streets, and start looking for a job. And before you would even find a job. So it's because things are much more better out there. You can't say, oh, like in the UK, if you're looking for a job, they won't consider your qualifications or consider, there are things that, you know, we definitely know that things are happening there, the economy and everything, racism, right? And those things are happening there. But tribalism is worse here. You rather embrace racism in UK than the tribalism we are facing in Nigeria. So that's the reason why youths of nowadays prefer to japa. So it's just the amount of, let's say, pressure, unpreparedness that makes some people japada. And people who are already comfortable over there, they just feel like, oh, because of my business, I have to come back. But then the youths that japada with confidence, they can't bear it anymore. They are not prepared. They don't have anybody over there. So the best choice, instead of going there to commit crime, just come back home and stay with your family.
Okay, Abe, you live in the UK and then you are trying to japada to Nigeria. You're trying to put in your businesses together and wanting to come back home. Okay, now you heard what Chisom said. A whole lot of Nigerian youths wants to go there. Okay, and we have seen families that had sold maybe just one property belonging to every family, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, father, great-one. They sell it for someone to, japa. Do you think it's worth it?
No, I don't think so, because I have come back to Nigeria because I see it as an opportunity, a land of opportunity. And I'm trying to understand that there's unemployment, the economy, people are suffering and everything. But I want to even bring it at a very basic level. Because I came back and I was like, okay, I know the minimum wage is 70K. Minimum wage is 70K. But then I started to, because me, I'm a business person and I don't expect every person to be business-minded. But I saw opportunity. I see things differently. I went into the real estate. I went into shortlet. Some things didn't work out. It was difficult. But then I went to start even selling granules, and then I started to see how it was made, how I could even export it, food stuff. So I don't know, I just feel that there's so much opportunities in Nigeria, and it's not, everybody's fault that they can be able to make the Nigeria work. I know, it has to start from the top, the leadership, and the way that the resources are being mismanaged and everything. But there's so much opportunity. They said in each state in Nigeria has at least 3 mineral resources, natural resources. Gold, crude.
But are the citizens able to access this minerals?
We have to help ourselves sometimes.
How?
We just have to do it, in the little.
Let me quickly come in here. You said you came back, okay? You came back from trying to come into from abroad, okay? And then you said at some point you started even exporting granules. That's because you have the opportunity.
Can I just say something?
Not just the capital. You already have created your market abroad, so you have the right source to export to.
There is actually a woman in Nigeria here. She trains. There's a training. I can share the training that she does to help Nigerians to give them opportunities to export abroad, even fashion, food stuff and everything.
Do they have to pay for the training?
The training is not much. It's not much. They will not give you. It's not much. No, because
they will not give you what? They will not give you the secret of it.
Yes.
No, this
I have joined more than 4
of those training.
I've more than 4 and I pay huge amounts.
No, you need to be the okay.
Let's make me register another company.
I can even start to do some training if that's the case.
Let's leave the training aside. How do you expect a Nigerian that, of course, just like she said, probably came out from school, parents are not really buoyant, and he or she has not gotten a job, so there's no savings anywhere, and you expect that person to go for training and then start exporting. Where does the capital come from?
It doesn't have to be exports. It's unfortunate, I know, but there's still some people, like there's this Alaki just free trade. She's giving some funds to people. There's different fundings.
How many people?
You will not go around.
How many people have access to that information?
I know, but it's that's why I'm saying, it's training, information, getting it out there. But those that do will benefit. We can't help everybody.
The ratio is low.
But there's opportunities out there. I understand because I'm
before we go on a short break, I want Toyin to give me her side of what's your take on what I asked Abe. I mean, is it worth it when you sell your buildings and we hear people do that? Is it worth it?
It's worth it. I don't think so. When you go to UK, I come to the UK, the things is high cost of living is cold. People are suffering. Some of them are even in jail because they still can't fit into the culture.
Okay. Yeah. Abe, let's go on a very quick short break. When we come back, we'll be having Tony talk to us on is it worth it to sell your property and go. We'll go on a very short break just to sip some water and I'll be back. Please sit. Welcome back. It's still Women in Conversation. We were talking Japa before we went on the short break. And I mean, behind the camera, there's been a lot of, yes, it's good to Japa. And, it's just that they're saying it's not good to Japa. Even the man behind the camera is also saying Japa is very important at this time in Nigeria. Toyin, you were saying something before we went on the short break. She said that it doesn't worth it. As of today, I regret not following my friend 2023. The family sold their car, sold their plot of land, and traveled. It was rough initially, but now they are thanking God. They are thanking God that they made the best decision at the right time. Because here, we keep struggling. Even business, everything is frustrating. Is it the rent that's going up? Is it the expedition that is high every day when you are not making it? And if you will not see that now, since about 2 years ago now, the population of the prison keep increasing because crimes. When they don't have opportunity to japa, they now begin to down.
But like Abe said, we can also still make Nigeria work and we can make it happen.
How?
She probably has to explain to us.
Time. I feel with time.
I
know there is suffering. I know there's but with time, let's just have a good leadership. Somebody that has his head screwed on, that can make...
honestly, I do not like the way Chicha is laughing. Because when Abe mentioned let's have a good leadership, she did... When? I don't understand.
The kind of patience she's preaching to us is the kind of patience they preach to cow from Sokoto. That calm down.
Reach there.
And by the time the cow saw himself in Abatio, pieces you.
Sometimes
is it until we all die of depression?
It gets worse before it gets better.
Abe.
Those that Japan, when things start to get better here, for them to come in, you that have stayed and struggled, that have now established and you have your roots in, you see that you start to be elevated and promoted to positions that they can never get in. Nigeria will get better.
Amen.
Yeah, even they said before the end of this year, the currency will be 1 to 1.
Amen.
Yeah, and then when it becomes that, Yeah, when the rate is different now, when we start to bring the skills for all those that have japat, they need to come back home.
Sister Biodun, we are all Christian. We are reading the same Bible. You are talking of hope. We are talking of reality.
Yes, and it is happening. People are coming back and bringing their skills. Doctors are coming back and bringing their skills so that.
Abe, it looks like you are just the one saying the doctors are coming back. They are going. They are not coming back.
Some are coming back. Those that are japat before are coming back. I have stories.
Maybe when they come back, they are coming back to retired home. That's different.
They need training. Nigeria needs a lot of training.
Anyway, Abe, let me leave you. Let me go to the Gen Z in the house. Let her really explain to us if it is worth it to sell your family property to Japa, or you sell the property and start up something like Abe says, we can make it here in Nigeria. What's your take?
Okay, first of all, Japa is an emergency exit. Right now, Japa is an escape plan. It used to be a travel dream, right? People be like, oh, when I grow up, when I go to the UK, it's more like people were relaxed. Let's say in the 90s, we just go to travel for vacation. Nigerians were, But as of now, for the youth between 18 to 25, Japa is an emergency exit. Yeah. It's more like an escape plan. Right? Because when somebody have run out of option, we're not talking about somebody in his 30s or 40s who might have built something somewhere in Nigeria.
Even the 30s and 40s
have nothing to show for it. So that's why it's better to if you have to make sacrifices if you don't have option. If the sacrifice is this is my only inheritance, and if I sell it, it gives me an opportunity to go to the UK to study and, to work, right? Because there are a whole lot of things now available in Canada. I mean, they want people who want to migrate to come and work. I think Canada, they open things like that, even for refugees. Look at what is happening in the north. We have a good number of youths dying on a daily. What happened in Jos? What happened in... So it's in Kwara. Exactly. So if there are opportunities that, come, we are receiving refugees, people who, you're migrating due to the fact that your country they should go. You can't tell them to stay. Build what? Out of nothing. There's nothing to build from. There's absolutely nothing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Barrister Chisom. That brings us to insecurity. Because I said we're going to touch insecurity. Why I wanted us to touch it as mothers, as women, as wives, the insecurity for the recent days we've seen has gone to the children. Yeah, we saw what happened in Calabar, and we also saw what happened in Benue State, where the children were going to write their UTME and they were kidnapped, So as mothers, the talk of Japa brought us to insecurity. Abby, you say it is not important to think of leaving the country, but this is where we find ourselves now. As a mother, how would you want to secure your child that you live with in Nigeria? Because she mentioned something. She said, we can't even sleep with our two eyes closed any longer.
Yeah.
So how would you advise your child to stay off, should I say stay off target zone? Because it looks like everywhere is a target zone. And then with a child that is that scared, how do you think he or she wants to go out there to try and, make Nigeria better, like you said, or try to do something in Nigeria? These are children that were going to write exams. That's their offense. Yeah. They were just going to write their exams to be able to be better citizens and to be able to be a better person tomorrow. And then they were arrested. Over to you, Abby.
Yeah, it's heavy to see what these I'll call them evil people are doing, or to the children, because I heard that story, and it was even from a prayer group that we were praying, and we were very, very angry and prayed against insecurity in Nigeria, and then again why this was happening. And as we all know, it's to do with a lot of things that's happening in Nigeria. But I would say, you mentioned that, regarding the Japa business, because that's a different issue entirely. But at the same time, it's something that needs to be dealt with, the issue of insecurity in Nigeria now from the leaders, and it will be done because it's getting to a stage where we're all tired. Yeah, I'm here. I feel, also at risk. I've got CCTV in all my rooms, in the inside, not outside, inside the house. So I understand what people, and I know not everybody can, so
the crime rates.
Yes, then we can bring it to the table.
Okay.
How often do people get killed in UK?
All right,
compared to
Abe.
Nigeria?
Yeah, but you haven't answered the question the way I want you to answer. So probably I'll ask Toyin.
I have a daughter that is in Nigeria
yeah,
as well.
okay. So Toyin, with the situation of the insecurity in Nigeria, do you think in fact, we were talking about those children that were kidnapped, and those ones in Calabar, we haven't heard stories if they were released. It was just the ones from Benue that we saw the videos that they were released. So those ones in Benue that were released, do you think they want to go back to school or write exam without having that?
Let me ask you, as a mother, can you send your daughter or your child to that same school same day?
No.
Kai, what are we talking about? This thing is very emotional and very sad. Thank God we are all mothers. Is it that easy to bring a life to bring a child to life? This thing does not start yesterday. I remember 2014. I was in labor. The days of Chibok.
Yes.
Up till now, they were not complete. Till now. If any of us happen to be a mother of any of those children, and you now see opportunity of Japa, even if it is to Kutonu, want to pack them to the neighboring country. Insecurity, this is, do you know, 3 days ago, last week, the school of my daughter sent a mail that they are going on excursion. I started praying to cancel this excursion. How will only me be cancelled excursion? Excursion is a good thing because traveling to give them around is part of education. But not again in Nigeria.
Yeah. True.
They went to Abeokuta. I cannot sit down. I put myself in fast, walking about, praying, monitoring them till I hear they're back.
Chisholm.
Yeah, so just to buttress what Tony said, I think Nigeria is to me, Nigeria is like a balloon, right? It's like a balloon, and the more corruption, just like that is how the breeze is just getting bigger and bigger, and the day it will burst, I just pray.
I go down Japa.
You are holding this Japa thing so fair.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
so Nigeria is deep rooted in unpredictability, right? You cannot, if you say, oh, let's learn skill, let's all join hands, Nigeria will be better, the government did this. It's better not to wait and say, oh, I have hope for the next 2 years. I think that is what they said the last 5 years ago, or the last 4 years ago, right? So that unpredictability is like an obstacle. It's like a canker worm, right? That is deep rooted in corruption, and it's really terrible, affecting everybody. So the system of Japa itself, right? It's just like I told you, it's an emergency exit, especially for the young ones. So if there's an opportunity for them, they should leave. Because of the high insecurity that is going on. Because in Nigeria, we celebrate basic functionality is seen as a miracle. It's not. It's not. The government is not working. That's just what it is.
That's
it. Yes.
Okay, one word from you, Chisholm. If you have the opportunity to Japa today, you are a barrister in Nigeria. You're a known barrister with a known chambers. Do you think you want to Japa?
I would.
God bless you.
Because we are all at risk. That is the main point.
Japa, really want to japa? I will say it 25 times without changing my word. I will japa straight if I have the opportunity. Okay. Abby, if you have the opportunity to japada, will you want to japada?
As I said, I'm here for change, transformed Nigeria. I remain positive that we'll work it out and things will get better. To me, I just remain positive. It's sad what is happening with the kidnapping and everything and the insecurity.
Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you so much. Abby believes that Nigeria can be better, and she also believes that we can actually make it here in Nigeria. That's Abby's belief. But Chisom and Toyin believes that if there's opportunity to japa, they will japa, even though they are well established in Nigeria. At least they are not amongst those that are begging before eating, yet they want to japa. We would like to know what your own take is. Do you want to japa, or you want to believe like Abby that Nigeria will be better someday? That's what we're going to be ending this program today.
RTV, certainly the best.
Good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. It's always a delight to have you on the program. Today's program promises to be educative, enlightening, and of course, we'll be bringing you the very latest information as regards the special court set up by the Chief Judge of Edo State, acting on the request of His Excellency, Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, who threatened criminals during the parade of suspects that he will set up a special court and there will be speedy trial, and threatened that if there is a death sentence, he will not hesitate to sign. That was a threat. And a few days after, he wrote to the Chief Judge of Edo State requesting for the setting up of special courts. That was set up yesterday, according to the letter that was signed by the Chief Registrar of the Edo State High Court, that the special courts will commence 1st of July 2026. My name is Egos Agbalao. I have with me a very, very distinguished legal practitioner, chartered arbitrator and mediator, Notary Public of Nigeria, and of course, a political and human rights activist, Barrister Patrick Isiekwene. Nice to have you today.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
And the
okay, and my very first direct question has to do with your reaction to the request of His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, that special courts be set up to try criminals, especially violent crimes like kidnapping and otherwise.
Well, I'm not surprised because of the issue of courtesan and kidnapping, even say banditry in the states, because it's become very rampant, and the police, other law enforcement agency have tried their best. But what happened last time, I think kidnapping of a woman at the vegetable market, I think that was at the governor. I think you see, when you try to solve a particular problem, you try all you can, you're unable. It means you have a fundamental problem, which means you have to go to the drawing board. You have to view the issue horizontally, vertically, then critically. And that's what the governor did. In that case, the idea, there will be you cannot just be talking. I need to take drastic action, because I believe that a drastic illness needs a drastic treatment. You cannot be treating issue of accidents and then treat malaria with levity. That's what the governor just did. He now said that he's going to lead the way. Try and lead the judicial arm of government where they can create a special court where they can to try these menace of involving courtesan and all and other kidnapping, and that's all. Those two very measured. However, involve other criminality, but these two, quote, courtesan and kidnapping, will be tried expeditiously. That was the idea. And the governor, immediately, he said the ball in motion. He wrote to the chief judge of Edo State that the need for you to start a special court that will try those kidnappers, foreign kidnapping, and the courtesan. And the chief judge of Edo State has to come over. Do not hesitate, because government, they are one. You talk about legislative harm, you talk about judicial harm, talk about executive, they are all one. The work is synergy. Just like law enforcement agency. Immediately did that, sent a letter to the chief of Edo State. Within 48 hours, the CJ approved it and appointed a highly respected, meticulous judge, A.T. Momodu, to head it. And for now, this one court has been created. For now, and I believe that those involved in courtesan and kidnapping, if they know who A.T. Momodu is, they better lead the state for their own interest. Because nobody will spare you, find you wanted.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, I'm happy for that information, enlightening the public on the appointment of that very respected judge to enhance the efficacy of the court. But I want you to tell us, now, what's the difference between this request of the governor, a special court, and the regular court? What's the difference?
Yeah, the difference is that where this is a special court.
Okay.
Unlike the normal court, conventional court, where they try all manner of matters, okay, civil or other criminal matters. But this one is only for two.
Okay.
Two cases, the issue of kidnapping and courtesan. But the other court can try other, but these two are mainly for this court. So when you are involved in court, when you are caught in courtesan or kidnapping, directly you are sending to that court, the decision court. I mean, issue of jurisdiction, but also an issue of jurisdiction. If it's Namuchi, if you take Namuchi, it's according to jurisdiction where it's in such a crime to take place. So definitely, Edo South is very, very major within the city here. For now, it's just one court for now. Okay. I think that is just the starting point. We can progress to 2, 3, 4, 5, at time goes on. This is just preamble for now. So the regular courts are okay, but there's a way and manner for this way they try their case. It's a kind of what calls sui generis. It's just like you have to do you have to put time into consideration. Because the government are appealing for 3 weeks.
Okay.
But you and I know that this is a criminal trial, you have to do capital offense. It's not possible. It's highly impossible. It's like saying that the child will be born within 1 week, you will have to sit down, stand and walk. It's not possible. It's a criminal trial, and you must put beyond reasonable doubt. Even if they plead guilty, the law is you must put beyond reasonable doubt. You must take them to trial. Even they are certain say that they are guilty. It's not easy. You must prove it, because don't forget, they not end there. That's why the judge must be very, very meticulous in doing handling the matter, because he has a right to appeal. And if you don't go properly, it goes upstairs. The judge's time and job be wasted for everything. They will set it aside and throw it away. So the judge must make sure the job is done thoroughly, which I know that the executive might not be understand the money properly how this works. The judge must do his work. So, but all I know that I have to do is reasonable time.
Okay.
Yeah, to meet up the request of the governor. But like other courts, try can take them 1 year or 2 years or something I'm trying to say, or 3 years. But this one, I think within a few months, whoever justice is done, because they have the right to appeal. Like what I told you, you have to be careful.
Yes, talking about time frame. Yeah. Only on Wednesday, precisely, the news was aired about the Supreme Court becoming a digital arm of Supreme Court applied digital technology in the dispensation of justice. Yes. And when you say digital, it means it will be fast, because everything will be computerized. It will be paperless. We know in Edo State, there's a government, the immediate past government introduced the paperless governance, and that was novelty, you know. So the Edo State Judiciary, looking at this special court now, do you anticipate maybe the use of technology, digital appliances, and all of that?
That's what the government comes in. Okay. What is the sector? What is the fund? Because I know the judge I know is trying to do his work. Count on him, he will deliver. It's the judge will be ready to fund them, fund the court. Yes. Like what is issue of electronic gadgets? It's not money. I go to man it. It's not to those manpower. So the government try to fund if he meant what he said before, he able to put in enough money. Able to put in enough money to make sure this thing his mission is achieved, what he telling. Because you need money to put the court in order for quickly. Because the purpose is for dispense criminal justice speedily. That's the essence. Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Barrister Patrick Isekwene. We'll be taking a break now to enable us introduce our very distinguished guest. He's already in the studio, Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. But that will be after this break. It's always a delight to have you on the program, 60 Minutes Nigeria, and I will never forget to thank you for being a part of the program. It's because of you we are here to dissect national issues, especially as it affects the development of Nigeria. I've always said that it takes collective effort to actually catapult Nigeria to higher heights, to enviable heights in the community of nations. Nigeria can become better. We've seen a scenario where people are running away from Nigeria, but we believe that Nigeria can become good, but governance must be enhanced. Now, the issue of security is another threat that is making people to run away from the country, and you see the way they are bringing Nigerians from South Africa. Many of them ran to South Africa, but now they are being brought back. We hope that doesn't happen in Europe, because we have so many Nigerians in European countries. Just joining us is a very distinguished clergyman, entrepreneur, and is also the vice chairman of the Actors Guild at Edo State, Dr. Apostle Elvis Agbonaima. Nice to have you with us today.
Thanks for having me. Well, God bless you.
Okay, so we are still looking at the topic that has to do with the setting up of the special court by the Edo State, request by the Edo State governor to the Edo State Chief Judge to set up a special court to try very violent crimes, cultism, kidnapping, and that court has been set up by the Chief Judge on the request of the governor of Edo State. And Barrister Patrick Isekwene, a legal practitioner, has informed us of the goings-on in that court, what is expected of that court, speedy trial, That's the request of the governor. But I'm going to get the opening remarks of Dr. Elvis Agbonaima, because before we talk about the method that Governor Okpebholo was using to actually curb courtesy and kidnapping, we'll compare it to this request of a special court. So, Dr. Elvis, what's your reaction to the setting up of special court to try kidnapping and courtesy on the request of Governor Okpebholo?
Any country or any state where there is no law and order, there will be anarchy. For me, it is a good and a welcome development. It is a good decision for the governor. But the challenge and our fears is this decision should not become political, in the sense that this court, this special court, this decision should not be used to return political opponents. That is our fear. But in the real sense, to me and to the life of many others Edo citizens, is a welcome development. Because if any state, any country must progress, there must be peace. Security is very, very important, because there are a lot of persons who will be scared to do business with your state, in your state, to invest in your state, if they feel they are not secure or their investment is not going to be secure. And like I said, it's a welcome development from the government, from the governor, but we pray that it will not turn into politics.
Okay. As a follow-up to that, Dr. Elvis, before now, we used to see demolition of houses. Will you advise the governor to stop that and concentrate on this special court, or they should go pari passu?
I wouldn't advise the governor to stop, but I would advise that, you know, before any building must be destroyed, you know, there should be thorough investigation to know, is that place really a crime, a crime scene. If the person, for example, now maybe someone, because it might affect, I believe it's going to affect a lot of persons outside the country. For example, there are some persons outside the country who have a house here. You don't really know what is happening here, you know, and maybe somebody is living in that house. And being that the owner, the occupant of that house live, maybe for example, in Europe, and he doesn't really know what is happening there, and such a house is destroyed, imagine the investment of that person. But destroying the houses where kidnapping scene, or is, to me, is not a bad idea, but there should be thorough investigation. I advise the governor to continue. And again, it will also help, to contain a lot of landlords these days who don't also care about people they put in their houses just because of money. If you look at the way houses in those states now is so expensive, I don't know whether this is fully a real estate, because I don't know where they want people to pay. Now you see a lot of landlords now, even some people that their houses were built in 1984. They say, well, somebody who just built his house, who bought Smith, a bag of Smith at maybe, for example, 12,500, and somebody who bought a bag of Smith at maybe even 1,000 naira. He's comparing himself, and you just discover that, go and find out what is happening. A lot of landlords are abused a lot of things, and we end up start crying. And so many landlords, I remember those days when you have to, enter a house. They want to know what you do. They want to know, a lot of things about you. But now, agents and landlords, they don't care. All they are interested is, come and pay some money. And at the end, whether they are giving their house to people with a questionable character, it doesn't concern them. All they are interested is the money. If you cannot pay, get out. Another person will pay. And that's why many of them have given their house to kidnappers. You are expecting somebody in Edo State to come and pay 1.5 million for a room and parlor. What is the person doing? Where is he working? Are you getting that? And now that's why some of them too, they now find out that the person they gave the house is a cultist. They are even using their house to initiate people, and now the government discover it. such a person, if his house is demolished, is a good one.
But Mr. Patrick Sekpene, you've just heard what Dr. Elvis has said. Now, you saw the footage of demolition of houses allegedly linked to kidnappers and cultists. Now that there's a special court, which of course you have explained the way it operates, in your advice to His Excellency the distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, should he concentrate on the special court or continue with this demolition? What's your take?
Well, it is crystal clear that since special courts have been constituted and it's now on, it's not yesterday, I think I learned that they have about 3 matters. They started already. Anything had to do with crown to do with courts and kidnapping, they sent to that court. The state government, the governor, they don't belong to judicial arm. It's executive arm. It really is to wait for the completion of the judicial arm, the special court. Whatever they decide, if that is because the capital offense, you have condemned, the file will be sent to him to stand the execution warrant. That's where you go to play. What about is where the law constitutional powers in? It's not you beg for, you ask for. That is a constitutional rule. So since there is a court now, it can't be doing it. It's the court that will try now to decide whether the president or not. That's right, like I told you that. Even when there's a constitutional statement for such as defendants, you still must go into trial. That's what we said. You must prove beyond reasonable doubt before you convict. Because if you don't go by the law in the criminal trial, don't forget you also have right of appeal. Once the appeal court will set it aside that trial. So what's the point? So since there's a court now, I think the government don't want to interfere. The first one was just a kind of hurriedly done to serve as a deterrent. Because I had privilege to attend one of the meetings in the government house. When I saw confessions, I was surprised. They videoed them. And when they video you confess, what do you need again? That means you did it. And the problem is that once you have such a house is fine in such activity, it will be brought down. But since the court is there, court will do the needful. It will allow the court to do their work. Because it's better that such a order comes from courts. So by tomorrow you can defend it. Oh, this order of the court. Don't forget, after the governor's tenant office, you can petition the governor to what court, not even go beyond. So it means as delicate as that. You know, some people can just say in a case of injustice, try to what court? Oh, this is against humanity. When he was the governor, he also used his power to eliminate. You know what I mean? Yeah, genocide, ethnic. They don't raise the issue.
You are a human rights activist.
Yes.
You know, what's your own reaction to that as a human rights activist?
That's why I said we have to be cautious. Since I have to go through court trial, not self-help. Not what you think or what I thought. You start me due process that tomorrow, in case of anything, you guys, oh, this is the judgment of the court. And as the governor, I'm expected by my constitutional empowered to sign execution warrant, which I know most governors will always avoid it.
Why do governors avoid?
They don't have it. Yes, you see, a lot of people condemn because you see Governor Okpebholo now. It was part of his threat. Yes.
To some suspects.
Yes.
That once this special court,
I know the governor will do his best, but don't forget, we are Nigerians. You know, it's not easy because human life is involved here. Yes, I mean, so you might not try to as a deterrent. Yes, I mean, but by law requires them that you should charge executed. So it must be executed. Yes, but most of them are political, like I told you, because of some feelings, some plea from different quarters for a particular defendant. It's not as easy as that. So I believe he will hear the political will. Since he's the initiator, he's the architect of this very court. So he can disobey his own order.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll take a break now. I hope you are enjoying the program and the discussion. Don't forget that this program, we also try to set agenda. We try to also ensure that everyone is carried along, because you can't fix Edo State, you can't fix Nigeria without collective effort. You must underline that. You and I have a role to play in governance. That's why they say if you see something, you hear something, you say something. Now, I must commend the Commissioner of Police, Edo State. Because what I saw today in Benin City, the Commissioner of Police, Edo State, deserves commendation. I noticed policemen doing patrol, disguising. You even know that they're in such vehicles, moving around, patrolling Benin City. I want to believe that it's also extended to other areas, Ekpoma, Edo North, and all of that. I want to believe that. But I believe that the Commissioner of Police, Edo State, deserves commendation for that. The police should continue, should sustain it. And I also noticed members of the Edo State vigilante, you know, the way they were also strategically, you know, located, and that's what we need. Edo State can become a police state, and criminals will run away. But every one of us must support the police, must support the military, must support other security agencies, must support the governor in terms of this security issue. It's not about political parties. It's about the safety of lives. Governance cannot function. Governance cannot be enhanced if there's no security. So public safety is your responsibility, and you must contribute. We'll talk more after this break. Behind the scene, we're just talking about myriads of challenges bedeviling Nigeria as a country. But I've always been optimistic, and my guests are also very optimistic. We can surmount the challenges. We can surmount the problems. It takes willpower from our leaders, and willpower from the led, from the citizens. Everyone must agree that we have a country, and this country must work. This country must be functional. We can't all japa. We can't all leave Nigeria. If everybody decides to japa, who will now fix Nigeria? Who will remain? The health sector is already threatened now. We have statistics of so many doctors who have left Nigeria for other countries. Now, after acquiring training in Nigeria, they now export the expertise to other countries, to fix other countries. So we can't allow that. And insecurity is another threat, forcing so many persons to abandon their communities, their villages, their state, their country. It is very distressing and humiliating for South Africa, who enjoy the support of Nigerian leaders and the people. We remember Sonny Okosu, the late legendary musician. All the songs he sang. We remember great philanthropists in Nigeria who contributed to help South Africa overcome apartheid. Now look at, they said they don't want undocumented immigrants, and Nigerians are affected, other nationals from Africa are affected. If there is security in your country, if there is security, then you can carry out your business without fear. Why would you run away? Well, my guests are in the studio, Barrister Patrick Isekwene, and of course Dr. Elvis Agbonaima, and we are talking about this insecurity, talking about the special courts and the method that was used before now by the governor of Edo State to actually tackle these problems. Okay, now we'll come back to Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Now, what's the way forward? Are there other ways you think that the state government should support the efficacy of these special courts?
The way forward is for us as a people to be sincere with ourselves, to love Nigeria as a country. Because the difference between Nigeria and America is that an American always think of what he can do for his country, but Nigerians, we are always thinking of what Nigeria will do for us. And that is the reason why when every one of us, many of us have opportunity for leadership, we tend to, you know, misbehave, let me use that word. Now, if we have Nigeria at heart, our, you know, we begin to work towards the growth, the peace, the unity, and the progress of Nigeria. Now, for this special court to succeed, we must be involved. When you see something, say something. You know, sometimes when a crime is committed, because this person is connected to us, we tend to shoot the person. We tend to, you know, to cover up. And that's why we are where we are today. If your brother, your cousin knows that is involved in crime, and the day will be caught, you will not side him. The tendency of him not involving in it is there. But when some people discover that his family, his friends, his associates, we support him, we try to shield him, his political party, we try to cover him, you know, we are frustrating the state. Even, you know, if you check, you know, in a larger, you discover that even the special court will be frustrated them. But when every one of us, we are involved, we want peace to reign, we want those states to be crime-free. Therefore, and we begin to see something, anytime we see something, we say something, and everybody in our neighborhood discover that if something is going wrong, don't say it doesn't concern you. Because when problem comes, it will concern you. Now, when people in your neighborhood, everybody in the neighborhood, we are at alert. We are at alert. We are very vigilant. Therefore, we are helping ourselves, helping the state. For me, I want the governor not just only setting up the special court alone, those that will be in the aim of affair, like the judges, the police officer, those that will be working in that special court, they should be well taken care of, so they will not be tempted. Okay. You get it now? The police officer that will be attached to it, you know, the judges, they should, their take home should be able to take care of them, so that there will be not, you know, no temptation from anywhere. Because situation whereby, you know, they are not well taken care of. You know, some of these people involved in crime, some of them, they have been able to loot some good money. You know, they want, you know, they want to tempt the people, the officers. You know, therefore, you know, now there is a special court. Everyone that has one responsibility or the other, you know, to function should be well taken care of by the government, so that the work will be easy for them. They will not be tempted, and the government too should give a body language to the political parties. Because when a crime is committed, crime does not know APC or PDP or AD or NDC. You know, just like when you throw a stone to the market, it can hit anybody. Therefore, when a crime is to be committed, it can affect anybody. Therefore, the government too should give a body language that, you know, whether you are my party, you are not my party, once you are caught, you are caught, once you are involved, you are involved. Because once that body, you know, once that sign, you know, the people could read the body sign of the governor that this matter, anybody that is caught, you will go in for it. I tell you the truth, that the special court will have a less work to do.
Thank you very much. I think the body language of Governor Okpebholo is very, very clear, because we didn't, it was not a press statement.
He should sustain it.
Yes, it was not a press statement that was released. It was publicly, he threatened suspects that he's going to set up special court, and that once the judgment is delivered, he will sign. And they know the meaning of signing, because like Barrister Patrick Sekwene said, there are some governors that shy away from signing. They don't sign. But some, they don't hesitate, they sign. The former governor of Edo State, now senator representing Edo North, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, has supported the move of Governor Okpebholo regarding the special courts. Don't forget, what you must avoid is don't be charged to court. Once you are charged to court, you take your plea. Start waiting for the judgment. Start waiting for the day that the case will end. That's the mistake so many persons make. They say they don't care. Once you get to court, one day the case will end and there will be judgment. It can be 15 years. It can be 20 years. Sometimes your children will be the one to hear the verdict of any case, maybe a land case or whatever. But this special court, speedy trial is guaranteed. Within few months, judgment will be pronounced. Mr. Patrick, do you have a contrary view to what Dr. Evans has said?
No. I think just I want to pick the government. Okay. The government should not to turn the whole thing to comedy because it's a serious matter, and it is the responsibility of the government under Section 14 of the Constitution. It makes it clear that security and welfare of the people are the primary purpose of government. Yeah. It is their duty. It is their duty. So they clamored, they initiated this special court. So the government must be ready to fund it. Okay. It shouldn't give other convention, other courts. This is a special court. So you need a special attention. You don't give it to it. Finish trial otherwise. So they don't lack. Two, their welfare. They must be placed in special payments. Again, the issue of the judge might also be endangered because of the nature of the criminality involved, kidnapping and the courtesan. So the judge needs to be well protected, well secured, because we are dealing with all these criminals. They must be well secured. God cannot just hold his hand. Where is to have one only? They need to have about 5. Well secured. It's not a joking matter because the nature of his office now. You don't need to treat with levity. No, you need to be taken care of. Even including his family members. You must, of course, yes, because that's family. This is a special office. So government must do everything to support the judge so that he can deliver well without fear of intimidation. Because with intimidation, I know what it means. I know what it means, but it's not easy because when you think about your family background, your people, there are times, yes, I had one experience. I was in government. I was the chief justice of I think just of Supreme Court Union government. There are cases before me that you don't tell me what to do.
Student Union government.
Yes, not government. Yes, that's Supreme Court. You have High Court. I was the Supreme Court.
Really?
Yes, I did it. My government is there all over now. There's about two matters most cost me my life, and one of them I have to be spiritual to save my life. It's not a joking matter. But
your judgment as a SUG doesn't have any consequence.
We don't want to involved. Really? Now, when SUG government is removed, probably from a particular block of you, you remove them, they'll be happy with you. You pay the war. No, I'm not telling you, there are so many things I don't want to mention here. So the governor, I know is that time I go to see Costa Momo here. City, how do you survive your judgment? How do you judge like that? That is the problem very much, very judge. That's why you need to be well protected, taken care of. I'll put his family members. Perhaps with intimidation, the man might just I'm not talking about. Yeah. So the judge I know, like I told you, A.T. Mamadou is a very meticulous judge, and I know he will deliver. Forget, once you are there, the best thing not commit crime. When you are there, it's most unfortunate to the latter, he will deliver you are there. Just I trust him.
Are they going to spend more hours, to deliver the judgment?
No, see, you have to. You see, it's not a thing just do overnight. You're not buying television. Okay. You're not buying cars. It's a trial. You must also, those are going to be involved. You are also aware. What's also going to be involved now? It's a criminal matter now. Capital offense. So, you need to. So it's unpredictable, but within a reasonable time. Yeah. Because you must count before you get 100. You can't just say you're from 80 to 100. You must try to the trial. Even the job is not put that, so it's not easy. Okay. They'll do their work.
Thank you very much.
Government will give nice support. Okay. Let the Attorney General of the states be on ground for anything they need to the governor. States can assist them. Okay. That is the only way this thing can function. Without functioning, I think they might.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick Sekwene. Dr. Elvis, something happened this morning, and it has to do with the palace of the Oba of Benin. You recall that recently our revered Oba of Benin, Royal Majesty, also intervened, wanted to stop this issue of crime, and we have always commended him. I also commend His Royal Majesty for that move. Where the Okaigele, youth leaders of communities or general of communities, were invited to the palace, and traditionalists, what we call native doctors, what we call them traditionalists. But in local palace, they say native doctors, those who have shrines and all of that. They were summoned to the palace. We understand that this morning, very early this morning, curses were placed, against crime, against perpetrators of crime. Now, don't you think this is a very good way that traditional institution is complementing the efforts of the governor of Edo State in tackling insecurity? Dr. Elvis Agbonaima.
This is very much spiritual.
Okay.
I want to say that it's a good development from the palace.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is that the people our Oba invited, majority of them are part of the problem. And let me tell you, sir, when they say curses being laid, as we speak, there are people that will lay curse, it will not work. I tell you the truth. Those days, people used to say, well, I want to go to a particular shrine to be able to, prove my innocence. Sir, you can go to some shrine now, you are innocent. They will bribe the shrine. And you are not guilty. You start saying what you know nothing about. It is after that moment your eye will be clear. It has gone beyond that. It's deeper. Just like Barrister said just now, that he went spiritual. Most of these things is deeper than you think. Now, it's a welcome development, it's a good idea, but can I tell you, sir, the problem of insecurity, our foremost leader, who is already late now, said when a crime persists in a state, in a country, the government has a hand in it. Most of this crime that is committed in different communities, sir, members of the community, some members of the community are part of it. Are you getting it now? Now, kidnapping cannot happen in a community when an insider is not part of it. Are you getting me, sir? Most of these traditional leaders, not all of them, majority of them, they know what is happening. They are part of the crime. I just pray. I am not thinking about the cause they cause. Because, sir, most of the causes are not working again. Because most of them are involved. Most of them, they still have power. That after that causes is released, they neutralize it. I'm telling you. Now, we should just pray to God that these people who are involved are willing to change. Maybe because our Reverend Oba have called them, some of them will sheathe the sword, some of them will stop the bad business. We should just hope so. Not because of the cause, but it should be because, since our Reverend Oba have called them, have summoned them, many of them will change. Some will not still change. All the crime that is happening in different community, in different community villages, some traditional leaders are the one working for them. I tell you the truth. Some of these guys who go to kidnap, some of them go to prepare charms so that they will not be caught. Some of these guys who are involved in courtesy, killing people, some of these traditional leaders back them up.
Okay, maybe you say traditionalists. Some
traditionalists. You get it now. Now, the same traditionalists.
Yes,
okay, let me give you an example now. Are you aware there are some of these traditionalists that have squad of gangs? Let me stop.
One day they'll be caught. Well, we must again commend His Royal Majesty for that great job. We are very proud of him. That's what Dr. Elvis has also said. We are proud of him for calling the community leaders to the palace. Anyone that decides to do anything bad after that meeting will face the consequences. So we are optimistic that they will have a change of mind, turn a new leaf, and help to bring security, to enhance peaceful coexistence, to make living in Edo State a good one. People sleep with their one eye closed, one eye opened. I don't know how you can sleep that way. That's figurative. Well, Mr. Patrick Sekwene, I think what the Palace of the Oba of Benin has done is commendable, and we hope that things will change.
What the Royal Majesty has done his best, and I commend him, I appreciate him for that. See, one thing again is issue of practicability, because it's like asking somebody who stole your something to help you look for it. It will be difficult, because the same people, the same set of people are people who organize shop for them. All these bad boys.
Now they will stop.
No, don't worry.
If they actually, if some native doctors used to do such things, they will stop now, because they become to the palace.
What I'm trying to say is that all these most of them patronize, 99% patronize them for power, for the go for operation. It's like those that take drugs for operation. That's how they patronize. They patronize them, they won't give them the power. So they know that they can also do, they can also neutralize it. You know, like Pastor Elvis said, the doctor, they have a way of also doing it way around. But may God take look at their hearts for a change, like the Oba appeal to them. So let hope so that some of them will change, not all. Because some of them
don't change, will face the consequences.
So that is something. So
that is the issue.
Yeah, so
nobody no appeal, it's a threat.
Yeah, so let us
has threatening them.
Yeah, so let's do the right thing. But
yes.
So Doba has tried in that aspect. So I believe he has done his own. So practicability is what I can't talk about, because human mind is a terrible one.
Okay, thank you very much. Your concluding remarks, Dr. Elvis Agbonahima.
One advice I want to also advise this government is that we should start building institutions instead of building human beings.
Okay.
How do I mean? Now, the easiest way again to curb crime is build institution. A situation whereby you just empower human being, a personality, instead of empower institution.
Yeah.
That human being become like a giant, mostly from the political side. That's why you see in different political parties, you have people who commit different atrocity, and some of these leaders, they value them. You are building humans instead of building institution. And when you are building humans instead of building institution, then you are encouraging crime. If we want to really discourage crime, we should begin to build institution, not humans.
Thank you very much. Mr. Patrick, your concluding remarks?
Yes, we try to reduce crime to the barest minimum. The government should be involved actively. Then the religious aspect, the churches, and the well-respected leaders, are also involved, because the quick reach syndrome of our youths is also they are affected by it. But they just want to get money quickly as possible to buy what you know. So all they need to do is that you need enlightenment. As I said, various church leaders more involved. Talk to them that this thing is just a temporary something. It's not forever. Don't be overanxious to commit crime to get quick money. Understand me? There's Adam does not kill. That will say laborare et durare. There's no substitute to hard work. So I to encourage all youth to be hardworking. On the other side, please do all you can. You should provide the environment that job can be created. Encourage those industry, encourage people to, to open businesses. Encourage them in way you can, because anyway you can play a role, so that this youth too can be employed. And another mind is the devil's workshop. You see, that's why the crime rate is on the high side. But if they engage, it will reduce it.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Dr. Elvis Agbonahima. Thank you very much. Barrister Patrick Sekwene, distinguished legal practitioner, chartered arbitrator, mediator. Thank you very much. Also a human rights activist.
Yes,
thank you very much. And my viewer, the audience, thank you for your time. This is 60 Minutes Nigeria, where we dissect national issues. And I must say that what my guests have said here is just to encourage government, encourage the judiciary, that they need to work together to achieve success. And for the youths, we commend you. The youths, they have the strength. Government must encourage our youths, provide an enabling environment for our youths to become self-employed, to become CEOs, to become MD of organizations. If the youths become managing director, they become CEO, they now own their own companies, that would be very good, because they will also employ others. So I know our youth can do it. They just need the encouragement. They need the enabling environment. And I believe government officials, they are watching this program and they have to quickly see how they can engage our youth. We need industries in Edo State so people can work. On that note, I say thanks for being a part. Do have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
This